Did you know a hacker can get access to your Google account without even needing your password? If you're logged in on your computer and you click on a link or download something and it turns out to be malware, a hacker can get access to your logged in session, and that'll give them access to your Google account. And in my case, for example, they could destroy my YouTube channel and delete everything.
It's one of the ultimate antiviruses out there, and it's actually owned by Google. It'll scan a file, a URL, or a search. More on that later. Let's start with a file. I'm just going to hit browse. Obviously, this is not a malicious file, but I'm just going to upload it here just for demonstration purposes. Okay, now it is scanning that file. And here are the results. You can see that it scans with a bunch of different antivirus programs, and it gives you the result for each one of them, and it shows undetected for all of them. So it's not detected as a malicious file by any of these. Now with some of these, here the file type was not supported, so they weren't scanned. If you go over to details and scroll down a bit, you can see a lot of the details. This is kind of for nerds, I guess you would say. You can see its previous names and so on. Going over to URL, let's just put a random URL in here and test it. And here are the results. Now this obviously isn't going through antivirus programs because this is not a file. So these are like security, communities, and people kind of reporting. So if you have a malicious website, you report it to certain websites as a malicious website or a phishing website or a scam. And then these websites, if they're listed in here, would come back as a, so these are all saying clean, it would come back as a threat detected or something similar to that. In that case, you would know that one of these has reported this domain as a threat, but these are all clean, so that website is good. And again, the number of places where it is tested is roughly the same. Up at the top here, you have some more options, like you can learn how to retrieve this report's information using the API. You can reanalyze the URL, or you can make it show in a graph, which for us right now here wouldn't really show much because it's all good, and you also have to sign in to be able to do that. So you have to create a VirusTotal account, which you can do up here. I'm not going to do that because it's not necessary for me. And finally, going over to search allows you to search multiple different things. So if I just take this out of the search bar here, you can search a URL, which we already did. You can search an IP address, a domain, which is basically, these are all very similar. URL, domain are very similar, and also a file hash. So you can search multiple different things. And it looks like they're also working on an API here to automate this, so you can kind of just put a file in there or hit search, and it'll just kind of all do it automatically for you. You can go ahead and read through this to get some more information if you'd like. I'll put a link to this in the description so you don't have to look for it yourself. I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, consider watching this one here. It's on everything hard drive related and how I found one program that lets you do just about anything you ever want with your hard drive.